Good evening. I thought I'd do a quick video about the new Nemesis Retaliation game that I've just got. It's a Kickstarter, came out about 2 years ago, and it's the third in a sequence of 3 games. The first one being Nemesis, which was set on a spaceship that was about to crash. The second one is Nemesis Lockdown, which was set on a planet that the spaceship had crashed on. And this is the third one, so this is Nemesis Retaliation. So this is their version, really, of the film Aliens. The idea here is that you're playing a group of Marines going into a facility that's been overrun by aliens, and you have a number of different missions to achieve. Some of my mates have played both of those games. I'm a really big fan. They're very narrative, so there's real sort of storytelling about them. They're quite long games, so they can be a whole sort of 6 hour session quite easily. Only disadvantage is if you get bumped off, there's no more characters to play, so you can end up as a bystander, but hey, that's life in space. So I just wanted to have a little look at it really and show it to you. This is just a bit of an overview. I bought a bunch of extras. So this is the neoprene game mat that doesn't come with it, but I bought it as an extra, and this is lovely. It's a really nice quality. So it's got this lovely gridded design on one side, and what you do here is you add different rooms, you randomly uncover them, and random corridor pieces which will go onto them as well. So these are just guides to show you where to put those various pieces. There you go. That's all really nice. And on the other side of it, it's got a very thematic, kind of spooky, spacey design with all beasties in it, but none of the gridding, so it makes it a bit more interesting. The actual game components is mainly a cardboard stock, and it's a good quality stock. It's a good card, double printed, quite nice. It comes with generally the cardboard counters, but I bought the expansions, so a lot of these are replaced with a really nice quality plastic counter rather than the cardboard ones that they came with. There's a whole bunch of replacement counters. The game actually comes with some really nice plastic pieces anyway. These are fire tokens. These are generally kind of wound tokens. Sorry, those are noise tokens, not fire tokens. These are the fire tokens. And there are some other replacement counters I got, which are really, really nice. So the components are really good. It's quite a huge board with an awful lot going on, as you can see. There's a countdown marker. There are 14 rounds to the game before it ends. There is a robot, so each game you get potentially a different type of robot that can help you out. There is a number of different features on the board I won't go into. Then there's a whole side of this board for the aliens, the aliens nest. The aliens are represented by these kind of beautiful poker chip style tokens. Again, they come in cardboard, but I bought these beautiful plasticky ones to replace them. They go into a drawer bag, and that's how you get your enemies out. There's a whole bunch of cards that relate to all the bad stuff. So this is events cards, wound cards, attack cards for the aliens, a bunch of equipment cards. The graphics are quite lovely on all of this. It's really, really well put together. There are contagion cards, because you can get infected by beasties and aliens, and you need a special 3D viewer to see if the cards are infected or not. A lot of this is around finding the rooms. So just to show you the board from afar, there are 3 sections: section A, section B and section C. And as you'll see with these room tokens, the room tiles rather, there are A, B and C rooms that will be specific to those areas, and a bunch of random rooms. Again, really, really nice artwork, and each room has a different effect. And as I say, some of them are specific to the part of the board you've gone into. So you need to go quite far into the board to get into some of the more complicated rooms. You start at a landing zone where you touch down. There's a series of corridors, and then basically you're moving along the corridors into the different rooms, and you're discovering as you go along. That's basically the game and the game setup. I won't go into any more detail than that. The character pieces are absolutely gorgeous. They've really improved the design of the game board. So here we've got a number of different classes of character, all different types: Marine Recon, Heavy Gun Operator, Combat Engineer, Contractor, and Medical Support. There is one other, which is the Officer. Every game is limited to 5 characters, but there are always 6 characters available, so it's a bit more random. Each of the characters has a deck of action cards that are unique to them, giving them different abilities and things they can do. Again, the graphics are beautiful on these. They're really, really nice. It's got a clever way of dealing with your cards and buying actions, etc. You've got your basic character sheet with all your details on it and a health track. This is your starter weapon. The miniatures are really nice as well. Just trying to get that to focus properly. There you go. They're really nice little miniatures. That's the medic. And you also, just to confuse things, have 2 objectives. So you have a mission objective and you have a personal objective. So you must complete one of these 2 objectives to win the game. So with this one, your official objective is that the mission task must be fulfilled. So whatever your mission is must be complete. And you do with this one, you have to kill the Queen, or the Queen must be dead. So you have to achieve one of these 2 objectives. There is a single mission card, and it's different every time, saying what the mission is. So this one is perimeter clearing. You've got to discover a number of different rooms and clear different rooms. The characters are really good, and there's a really good kind of system around that. I'll just show you some of the other bits and pieces that go around it. So these are the corridors that you draw randomly. As I say, I bought some expansions, so these are some additions to the normal. So let's have a little look at one of these characters here. This is the Combat Engineer. It's a really nice miniature. And what they do is they do a series of dead miniatures. So if you get bumped off, oh, that's the dead Combat Engineer kind of hanging out in his suit. There's a number of different robots that they do. And then some other pieces such as the anti-aircraft gun and a lander that you can escape in. All really, really nice. Alien eggs. And speaking of the aliens, if we go to the aliens now and just take a little look at them. We'll start off with the big girl. So there's one Queen. Reminds me very much of the Species character from that film. And then there are 3 different types of alien, starting off with larvae. I think it's juveniles, and then adults. And there is an absolute box full of those. So there's plenty, there's more than you can ever fight. So you can never actually just destroy all the aliens and win the game. So there's a whole bunch of those. A lot of these corridors and rooms are split up by doors. So there's a whole bunch of these really nice resin doors, which can either be closed or broken open. So that's a really nice kind of way of doing it. And just some other pieces. Really nice rule book, I have to say. Very good artwork, very well presented, quite easy to read and well laid out. I found the other rule books have been a little challenging. This one seems a little easier for some reason. And there's some nice player aids as well. So these will tell you what the different types of room are as you encounter them and what they do. So your players can be kind of quite intuitive. I've got a couple of add-ons, as I say. So this was the acrylic token set, and you've seen those tokens. This is a terrain pack, and you've seen some of that terrain. On And I also bought it came with a support squad expansion. I think this is one of the Kickstarter stretch goals, which gives you 2 new characters, which is the sniper and a drone operator, basically. So you can use those to give you a choice of 8 characters rather than just the 6 that they come with. And then there's also, this is a right big old box. This is a stretch goal. So this gives you a whole different enemy to use on this scenario, and they are called the Neo Flesh Cult, and they're kind of robots that are trying to kill you as well, and a whole different set of cards, so you can have a whole different adventure. That is it in a nutshell. It's a hell of a game. With my order, they were also reselling or reprinting some of the Nemesis and Nemesis Lockdown stuff, so I got myself just a few bits and pieces. This is the Medic, which was a Kickstarter exclusive from the original Nemesis. I didn't back that as a Kickstarter, so that's a nice piece to have. They did a bunch of different cards and a different set of dynamics. I think there's 3 different sets of cards for doing different things, which are fun. Nemesis Lockdown. This is the stretch goals for Nemesis Lockdown. This gives you a whole new faction of bad guys called the Critids. They're kind of a planty kind of thingy. And that gives you a whole set of different challenges for that game. And then last off, there's this one, which is kind of a standalone game, which is directly after Nemesis, the first game, falls. So all in all, a hell of a good haul from Kickstarter. It was quite expensive, I have to say, and I kind of paid for it over a little while, a couple of years ago. So it was a lovely surprise to get it through the post. I will try and run this for my group at the earliest convenience, but I'll have to limit it to 5 with me as the DM, unfortunately, but that's it. Anyway, that's Nemesis for you. Hope you get a chance to play it. It is a cracking game, and we've really, really enjoyed it when we've played the other 2 versions. Cheers.